The wait is finally over. Thousands of car fans descended on Lake Constance in southern Germany recently for Tuning World Bodensee. Among the highlights is this VW Type 147, also known as Fridolin. The completely revamped former mail van was the winner of last year's European Tuning Showdown. Sven Schultz tunes us into the three big trends in 2015. The first is the stance look, the perfect combination of wheel offset, tire, and wheel arch. A proper stance look involves major modifications to the suspension. In addition to the low body setting, you also alter the angle or camber of the wheels so that they're slanted. And there's another trend currently hitting Europe from overseas. Wide body. You have the classic variety, which are laminated on, and where you don't notice immediately. And the really hot thing from Japan and the US are bolt-on body kits, extremely wide bumpers with extended wheel arches. The visible bolts are intentional for that raw motorsports look. And those wider dimensions come straight from motorsports. This Cadet C is intended for mountain rallies. All that matters here is performance. But if you're planning on giving your regular road-going car a makeover like this, bear in mind a couple of factors. Tuning expert Sidney Hoffman recommends you Germify it. Take those German virtues even further. Look at this, for example. You have to make a cut here. Don't do what the Americans or Japanese do. Make a wheel arch. Conserve it by cutting it out with an angle grinder. Make it long-lasting. Don't underestimate body cavity sealing. If moisture gets in, it will rust, and then the whole project will have no point because of what it will cost you. It also costs a pretty penny to widen a Fiat 500 and fit a Lamborghini engine in the back. But all in all, extreme specimens like this are more the exception than the rule at Tuning World. The third trend, explains our tuning expert, are high-performance versions of regular vehicles like a Golf R, Ford Focus RS, or AMG Mercedes. They get individual suspension upgrades and top-caliber wheels, and often great brakes from a Porsche or a Lamborghini, which can keep the kind of pace the car has in check. You can brake very quickly and avoid an accident. But where's the general trend headed? Old school, retro, or modern cars? To answer that question, try this baby. The original mobile time machine that starred in the movie Back to the Future, complete with flux capacitor, fog machine, and destination time menu.
And we're going to go to January 2nd, 2025. I brought it from Los Angeles in 2010. And the people that built it for Universal Studios. No, it wasn't for sale. I contacted them and asked them to build one for me. They said we couldn't do it, but if I waited long enough, I could have the one that Universal Studios was using. So I was very lucky to obtain it.
Outside, there's plenty of action in the Gymkhana Drift Cup. It's a contest of handling the pit's drivers directly against each other on two mirror image courses side by side. First one to complete the course and the mandatory maneuvers wins. BMW's M-badged cars are a popular choice for the face-off. And back inside, Beamers are in big demand too. From the slick but sporty to the more vivacious, works of art in their own right. As is this BMW, driven by Tanja Beck. It's multicolored and cuddly. It's got its own cozy sweater, completely crocheted in wool. Tanja is proud of her little woolly. I bought the car in the winter, and it was totally frozen over. I had the idea of crocheting the metal gear knob. And why not the mirror covers and the roof rails? And eventually, I did the entire car. Wrapping with wool instead of decals. Another new trend, perhaps? And the car is in fine working condition, by the way. For performance-oriented car tuners, however, probably not their cup of tea. I've had loads of people asking me how much the car weighs now and how much wool that is. That then got me interested, so I put it on the scales, and it actually weighed 60 kilos more.